Okay, let's change tack by looking at the other topic. You see, the political landscape in Kano has dramatically shifted with Governor Abba Yusuf or Abba Kabir Yusuf's formal resignation from the NNPP, triggering exits by lawmakers and local government officials and hinting at an imminent integration into the APC. This move, some have argued that it has exposed deep fractures between Yusuf and his longtime political mentor, Senator Robbie Kwankwaso. My question is, how do you think this realignment into the APC positions Kano for stronger federal cooperation or development outcomes?
Yeah, well, this has been taking one step at a time. The governor has resigned, and he went with 21 House of Assembly members, with 44 local government chairmen. So he has succeeded in destabilizing the Kwankwasia movement, the political structures of his godfather. A relationship of no less than 40 years, or 40 something years, has now crumbled. This is what power can do. He is an in-law to Kwankwaso, but the moment he became governor, they've been struggling to patch their relationship, to patch up their relationship. Kwankwaso dumped so many appointees on this man. He dumped so many of his appointees on Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. And usually, what happens is the governor will give an instruction. These appointees will first go and clear with Kwankwaso before carrying out the governor's instruction. Some of his aides, like the chief of staff, like the deputy governor, they are known to have been taking this kind of actions. They will take instruction from the governor. They will not honor the governor's directive until they have cleared with Kwankwaso. People in Kano know this. So the governor had been stomaching this for so long, and I think it became clear too that Kwankwaso was considering dropping him as the candidate of the party in the state. Once this became clear that Kwankwaso wanted to replace him, then the governor started looking in another direction for redemption. The governor knew that if he did not do something about that, then his time as governor, he may not be re-elected. He may not even be candidate of the party. There is also the matter of the head of the Kano State Anti-Corruption Agency. The man, Barrister Mui, caused conflict between Kwankwaso and his godson, the governor of Kano State. Kwankwaso invariably piled pressure on the governor to sack the head of the anti-corruption agency because he felt that that fellow was not loyal and that it was even a threat to him in terms of the way he was doing his work. But everyone could see that the head of the anti-corruption agency, Barrister Mui, was doing a good job, but the governor was forced by his godfather to remove him from office. It was with great pains that the governor took that decision. In fact, I was said to have asked Kwankwaso to tell him if he could find someone who would do the job better. But he had to make him happy, and then he removed someone who was doing a good job. So the governor never felt comfortable. He felt that somehow it would be removed and replaced by someone else. And that was why he decided to take the plunge. He has left the party. He has left. Now, there are a number of things that the governor can do which will help him to win the election, put the state back in the APC column. He needs to find an effective deputy governor. The current deputy governor is fiercely loyal to Kwankwaso, and it is clear that he can no longer work with this governor. Kwankwaso's son is the commissioner for youth and sports, and there are some other people who are very loyal, including one Kofa Mata, who are very loyal to Kwankwaso. Now, it is being speculated that Governor Abba Yusuf will pick the deputy governorship candidate of the APC in the 2023 governorship election in Kano, Murtala Sulegaru, as his deputy, because the days of the current deputy governor, given his fierce loyalty to Kwankwaso, are numbered. If he does not resign, of course the House will impeach him. That is what is most likely to happen, because he is not on the governor's side. He's fiercely loyal to Kwankwaso. So, with the governor having 21 members in the House of Assembly, the governor will most likely work towards the impeachment of his deputy so that he can bring in either Murtala Sulegaru, who is very strong in the state, or Kabiru Al-Hassan Rurum. Kabiru Al-Hassan Rurum is a member representing Rano Mbunkure Federal Constituency of Kano State. He used to be the Speaker of the House of Assembly. He's a very strong political force in the state. If the governor can pick either of these two political heavyweights, Murtala Sulegaru or Kabiru Al-Hassan Rurum, then he will be in a good position to win the governorship election in spite of his godfather, and he will be in position to also help President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win. Murtala Sulegaru is from Kano North, while Kabiru Al-Hassan Rurum is from Kano South. The governor comes from Gwale. Gwale is a community close to the Emir's Palace, and Gwale is part of Kano Central. So it's effectively balanced. If he can get either of those two guys, then he will have done himself a great credit, and he will have positioned himself to take the state. But one thing that has shocked people is the way he got the local government chairman on his side. All of these people are strong politically. No one can deny the fact that local government chairmen, they are good mobilizers and they have political weight. So if a man has 44 local government chairmen on his side, effectively, the grassroots is in his hands. The structures, the political structures at the grassroots are on his side. So Governor Abba Yusuf is in a strong position to challenge his godfather as we approach the 2023 election. So he has positioned himself very well. The House of Assembly, family behind him, the local government chairman, all the 44 local government chairmen of Kano State, they are on his side. So Kano is a state that the president does not want to lose. Kano will give you at least 1.9 million votes. The votes of Kano, 3 states or 4 states in Nigeria may not produce. So it's critical to the APC, critical to the president to take Kano. And that is why the governor has been approached, and the governor is doing well by making sure that he has the people that matter on his side before he eventually joins the APC. So that's somebody just opened my door. Maybe I didn't lock the door. The light-skinned Nairobi woman just opened my door. So I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this defection coming because these people had been close for more than 40 years. But it is what it is. Kwankwaso is fighting now for his political life. He's fighting now for his political life. The governor is in a much stronger position now with the people that are coming with him into the party, all the 44 local government chairmen, 21 House of Assembly members. That's a strong position to be politically. And many of his commissioners too, but they will still have some of the commissioners who refuse to resign, who refuse to leave the NNPP, and they are still there. How much longer they can keep them is a question that the answer is blowing in the wind. But Kano politics has experienced a serious tremor with the departure of Governor Abba Yusuf from the NNPP. Kwankwaso has said that he will not leave. He said if he was a greedy person, he would have accepted the money and left, which means he's trying to say that these defections are motivated by money. He's trying to give the impression that the governor was offered money to leave and that he too was probably offered money, but I didn't take it. So it's a way of discrediting the moves that the governor has made. But it's clear that he could no longer work with his political godfather. They're falling apart. Last of this matter, who knows? Kwankwaso may also invariably join the APC or just remain in his NNPP. Many people have speculated that he will go to the ADC. But Kwankwaso does not like Atiku. The other day, he called Atiku a liar at 80. He does not like him. He does not pretend. He does not pretend. So, and he knows that Atiku is most likely to be the candidate of the ADC.
Yeah.
So if he was presidential candidate in the last election, what will he now become in the 2023 election. Anything short of being a presidential candidate amounts to a demotion. And I'm sure he's looking at that. He's reluctant to simply join the NRC. The ADC.
ADC. That's
And
right.
there are so many heavyweights there that even the primaries of ADC could end up fracturing the party.
Right. Because of our time, let me quickly read one or two comments, and there is a very quick question as well. I think we're actually out of time, but let's see if you can squeeze this in. Abdulrahman Sadiq says, Kwankwaso made Abba Yusuf governor. Let's not rewrite history. Loyalty still means something in politics. Aisha Mohammed says, politics is not marriage. If NNPP no longer works for governance, Abba Yusuf has every right to move or to move on. Kabiru Danjuma says this is classic Godfather problem. Once the godson tastes power, he wants freedom. Same old Nigerian politics and similar to what we are seeing in River State, but it's quite completely different from how Abba Yusuf played his own political game in Kano State. But Senator Kwankwaso has publicly affirmed that he's not for sale and urged ideological fidelity. But with the mass resignation hitting the NNPP and the ongoing tensions over traditional institutions like the emirate tussles, what do you consider, what are the stability risks for Kano's political system vis-a-vis the the political developments in Kano, how it also affects the emirate tussle? Very quickly, because
But the way it is now, I think talking about the Emirates issue, I don't know how committed Governor Abba Yusuf is to Emir Sanusi, because that certainly has divided the state. You will find that the supporters of the APC are more on the side of the former emir who was deposed. That's Adobaero, who was deposed for Sanusi to come back to the throne. So I don't know how committed the governor is, because clearly it was Kwankwaso's agenda to bring Sanusi back to the palace. And he told the governor to make that happen. The governor went ahead to do it. Right now, they are stuck in court. The court has not given any orders to who should be the rightful occupant of the throne. The courts have simply let the matter be in abeyance. But in the coming months, we'll know whether the governor is ready to back Sanusi up to the end.
yeah. Sorry. Okay, so that's about it. Tinubu should value Wike's support over Fubara, because the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. And Ibrahim Musa is saying Kwankwaso refusing to join APC may look principled, but it's also stubborn. Politics is about timing. And lastly, Lawan Usman, if Abba Yusuf defects, NNPP in Kano is finished. The structure follows power, not slogans. Okay, that's about it. That's our show for today's edition of Issues with Jide. Special thanks to you, Babajide Kolade Otutoju, for those insightful analyses as always. And excuse me, we would appreciate that you also quickly shut your door from behind, because a whole lot of people who will be watching from Kenya will also know that they have their superstar, in their midst in Kenya. But do say as well to the Kenyan president, Is it William Ruto?
His,
Forgotten his name. I think it's Ruto.
his house is just behind my hotel.
Interesting
That,
stuff.
yeah,
Interesting.
the riverside.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm.
We'll be happy to see you, to have you back, to have the whole of you back, God willing. May God return you back to us safely.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. We'll do this again next week, no matter the situation.
Absolutely. All right, thanks to our audience for keeping our company on every edition. You can see the program again anytime by subscribing to our YouTube channel, TVC News Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button to get the latest information. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at TVC News NG. I'm also at Ibrahim_Shita. On behalf of the rest of the team, I'm Ibrahim Shita. See you again next edition. Bye for now.